री। जी डॉक्टर साहब।
Hello, good evening, sir. How are you?
आई एम गुड, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आप बताएं।
I'm very fine. Okay, today I want to talk with you about the atrocities of the Indian government of BJP led by so-called Narendra Modi,
हम्म।
which he is committing against the religious minorities, including including Muslims, Christians, and other ethnic groups like the groups of the states where there are separatist movements
हम्म।
like Manipur, Nagaland. We have seen so many atrocities in India, right? And it has a long history. It has
हम्म।
a long history because
The peak during Modi
uh,
regime, yeah.
yeah, but in India, 70 to 20 states, separatist movements are being run. And when there was a Congress government, they were doing committing atrocities against these people who were doing the separatist movements, and the most of visible of them is the movement against the Sikh. We see that the Sikh community, who not all, but there were some fractions who were interested to get freedom from India, who were not satisfied. And the reason was very simple, that because the Indian Sikh community was being terrorized, and that's why they had to leave India. And their cases of asylums were really considered to be genuine in UK, Canada, USA, and even in other parts of the world. But now I want to focus specially on on the regime of the Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), led by Narendra Modi. And for almost it's a second term of this government. They are leading the country, and unfortunately, they have demonized the posture and the face of a secular India towards particularly a Hindu state. Before India, it was only the Nepal which was Hindu state. Nepal, as a state, they have a right to declare themselves as a Hindu state, but the Indians, they used to claim themselves as a secular state.
हम्म।
But now we see that in India, not only the Muslims, not only the Christians, but all the minority communities are under threat. They are facing this problem, and the crimes and atrocities. I am using this word atrocities deliberately and consciously, because they are not doing the human rights violations. They are committing atrocities, genocide of the minorities.
हम्म।
1 year ago, you know, in Manipur, I think Nagaland or Manipur, when a Christian girl was raped and then she was asked to move naked in the streets, and
Yeah.
the state has not done anything. The record of the India is very, very poor in terms of providing justice to the victims of the human rights. Do you remember a year ago there was a lady doctor in India? She was raped by maybe 10 people,
हम्म।
and she died, but nothing has been done to her. No justice was provided to her. So the thing is, the on this Christmas especially, now the religious frenzy is on high, at highest peak in India, and the activist of the BJP supported party RSS, Rashtriya Sevak Sangh. Yeah, I think it's like that. So they are actually doing whatever they want. मैं अगर उर्दू में कहूं तो दंदनाते फिर रहे हैं वो, कोई उन्हें
दंदनाते फिर
रोकने
रहे
के
हैं
लिए
पर वो रोकने के लिए
दंदनाते
नहीं।
फिर रहे हैं कोई
वो
रोकने
ऐसे
के लिए।
एक वो सिचुएशन जो है वो इस तरह से हो गया कि ये स्टेट रन टेररिज्म
इट्स अ
कह लें
स्टेट,
इसको,
या
या स्टेट रन
इट्स इट्स अ
एक्टिविटी
स्टेट
है।
रन परसिक्यूशन।
स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड है ये।
It's a state-run persecution, both
और
against the
वो जो
major
मोदी का
minorities,
गोदी
Christians.
मीडिया है वो भी
Yeah.
उससे मिला
Hmm.
मतलब।
Yeah, and they, no, without the
I have a
connivance
very
of the
basic
media.
question about all this. Why a country like India, which was the biggest secular country in the world, is becoming a religious country? And even they are using the same kind of slogans the Pakistanis used, like तरीके लबैक वालों के जिस तरह के स्लोगन थे, तो इसी तरह के
Mm.
उन्होंने भी स्लोगन बना लिए हैं। तो
Yeah, I
वो
will
क्या
have to
था, ये
go.
रिजवी का एक स्लोगन बड़ा मशहूर था ना, क्या था वो?
Mm,
अ,
the
सरतान
backyard.
से
हाँ, संतर से जुदा. Okay.
सरतान से जुदा वाला स्लोगन उन्होंने भी पकड़ लिया है, सरतान से जुदा।
जी, ओके
तो
जी, ओके
आर दे
मैं
लर्निंग रेडिकलिज्म फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान,
नो
और
नो
is
नो नो
it, was it always there? It's just that they didn't have the enough leadership support, and suddenly
political space they didn't have. Okay, let me tell you. In the time of the Congress governments, the BJP and RSS, they were doing their part and they were trying to radicalize their people,
Mhm,
and they remain successful. You just look at the incident of the Babri Masjid,
mhm,
and there have been some other incidents of Gujarat, because this president, so-called Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is called the butcher of the Gujarat.
mhm,
And he did butcher. He did butcher. He
mhm,
committed human rights atrocities. And unfortunately, the Western countries who were not giving him visa, even US, who was not giving him visa, but as a political reality, when he came into power, the people have to accept him, because the politics is a very bitter thing. Because actually during the government Congress government, these people radicalize their society, and because of increasing poverty, unemployment, and political instability, actually the Indian society was also radicalized. Before continuing your question, but I would like to just give an outlook of these days. In the Christmas party, I think in Pune or near the Pune, there was a Christmas party lunch going on. Traditional Christmas lunch was going. Christmas lunch was going on, and the local leadership of that district, they went over there, and there is a lady who is a doctor, who is a medical doctor, who went there, and she started quarreling with a blind person who was having a lunch, and he was just celebrating a Christmas with other people. They started beating him, and they disrupted that traditional lunch party, which was going on over there for last 25 years. Similarly, the churches were attacked, Santa Claus were attacked, and they gave open warning to the shopping malls and to the stores and other installations where it was quite traditional to decorate the city, or they decorate their stores for the Christmas decoration with the Santa Claus, that they said that if they will do, they will kill them straight away. I have heard these type of expressions in different kind of national and international media, and I'm surprised why the international community, UK, USA, and Australia, New Zealand, United Nations, why they are not highlighting. As a Pakistani human rights activist, I know that whenever happens against Pakistan, the international countries, especially these first world countries and multilateral organizations, they always aim at Pakistan. They have been always aiming at Pakistan. But I'm surprised why regarding the India they are silent.
what do you
Uh,
think? Why, what could be the reasons why it is like that?
yeah, because no one wants to. India is a big economy, and no
Yeah,
one wants to.
India has
Uh,
become the third largest
the third
economy.
largest economy, and no one wants to hamper their economic interests. But the problem is, uh, in USA in February, the national breakfast is going to take along with the International Religious
It's
Freedom
fourth. It's not third.
Conference.
Third
Yeah.
is still Germany. So it's fourth largest
Oh yeah,
economy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I'm
It
saying that
replaced Japan.
in February there is an annual event in USA, International Religious Freedom Conference, which is also supported coupled with the national breakfast, in which president or vice president come and they speak about the religious freedom. Unfortunately, in last meeting, Vice President Vance attended, and President President Trump could not come because of maybe because he was at the initial time of his joining the White House. And I do expect that President would be coming in this national breakfast, in this conference, and the high level delegation would be coming over there. And they will be highlighting, especially the atrocities that are taking all across the world, and especially India along with Nigeria. I am
Mm.
very happy that President has done taken some step.
Well,
Some
they,
people,
they attacked
yeah,
Nigeria the other
yeah,
day.
some people have the
And
differences
now
over the.
after all that, Nigerian military is asking for assistance so that they could wipe off those
Yeah,
groups. Yeah.
and how much frightened even the Nigerian military establishment that they were saying no, this operation is not against the Islamic militants, it's all the militants all kind of militants, but
Yeah. Yeah.
everyone knows that
Where the
it
trouble
was
comes from.
yeah where the trouble comes from, and they know it very well. And especially I would urge from the international community
Well,
that
it's very sad.
they
It's very sad about India. I mean,
yeah.
like I always had given example of India and kind of diversity and multicultural people living there, people from different religion, and
Another
more
yeah,
tolerance and patience towards each other. And
yeah.
I always give the example of their hockey team or cricket team or the movie industry. Like people are surviving side by side, but there have been like news about religious intolerance and things not being very good for Muslim actors even. Yeah, but I mean, like this is sad, and I think if it starts in the biggest secular country in the world, and
Biggest
like
so-called secular country in the world,
yeah,
if they are doing so, that's but I want to highlight another aspect of
hmm
this. In the politics and diplomacy is a very bitter thing, a very
hmm
cruel thing, very cruel areas of life in the world. Now, Pakistan has been highlighting a lot about the Indian atrocities against the minorities. I do appreciate the government of Pakistan for trying to create or trying to take some steps, even symbolic, to give the minorities a sense of security and highlighting the issue
yeah,
of the
Pakistan has
religious
a different
minorities.
reason. Pakistan doesn't
Listen,
have
listen,
the
I'm telling
Pakistan
you,
doesn't have the conceptual reason to do that. They
yeah,
have
yeah,
a political reason to do that.
they're
They just
doing it
want to
for the
demoralize and
yeah,
defame India. That's it.
sir. It is for political and diplomatic mileage. I would
hmm
just like to urge the government of Pakistan to highlight this, but as well as they should try to make their house in order. I think if the government has celebrated Christmas very well with the
That's only in
minorities,
Punjab.
yeah, that's only in Punjab, and this is a good thing. We appreciate this, but these are symbolic steps. They need to go beyond the situation where the problems where there are the root causes.
Yeah, I
They
think
need to
that,
address the
we
root
shouldn't
cause.
be criticizing it. Like
Yeah,
people are thinking they're coming from the other side and saying like it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
diplomatic and
Right.
because they wanted to get closer to the United States and they want to
Yeah,
show it to the
yeah,
United States. But I think whatever, uh, Mariam is not one of my favorite politicians, but I think that what she did is amazing during the
yeah,
Christmas and
yeah.
New Year and going to and
And
most of
thanks
the
God.
politicians going to
And
Christmas parties and listening to
yeah,
zaboors and geets and
and
participating. It's good.
and even Field Marshal went to the church. It is
Yeah,
symbolic. We appreciate them, but I would also urge them that they should try to address the
yeah.
root causes which are
Because when
creating
Justin
problems for
Trudeau
the
goes
religious
and
minority.
arranges an iftar party, everybody
Yeah,
celebrates in Pakistan. So what's the problem with Field
yeah,
Marshal
yeah.
going to a Christmas party?
Yeah, it's a normal thing. It's a
Yeah.
normal thing. But anyway, coming back to the India, I would urge United Nations and
ਵੈਸੇ ਵੀ
all
ਚੌਧਰੀ ਅਗਰ ਮਰਾਸੀ ਦੀ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ 'ਚ ਚਲਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਚੌਧਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਫਰਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਮਰਾਸੀ ਦਾ ਸਟੇਟਸ
Bharati the
ਹਾਈ ਹੋ
status
ਜਾਂਦਾ
was just that. So anyway, let me say very clearly as a human rights activist, I have been seeing that the international organizations they have been raising a lot of pressure on Pakistan, on child labor, on minority rights and everything. I want to see the same behavior of these organizations
प्रेजेंस
yeah,
प्रेजेंस में
towards
अभी इंजीनियर मोहम्मद अली मिर्जा बाहर आया है आप उसके इंटरव्यू
Mhm.
सुने आप सुनेंगे आप
Yeah,
हैरान रह
yeah,
जाएंगे कि जेलों के अंदर वो कितनी
Yeah.
ऑर्गेनाइज है, खाना कितना अच्छा मिल रहा है, हाइजीन कितनी अच्छी है,
Mhm.
मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज कितनी अच्छी
Yeah,
हैं।
yeah. So that's the thing I just wanted to highlight that the Christians had a bad Christmas in India. They are under pressure. They are unsecure, unlike other minorities. And if I would humbly urge President Trump to take the notice of the religious violations or freedom of the freedom of violation of the religious freedom in India.
Well,
And
India and
uh,
America are already not
yeah,
on very good terms right now.
yeah, but my interest is that at least if they are not in good relations, at least one of the point maybe for the president president to
Yeah, but
double down,
I
to
think
double
there
down
are
more.
so many other organizations and bodies working
Yeah.
all over the world
Hmm.
who are having the Human Rights Watch and Religious Watch,
Yeah.
and I think that they can talk about
They
it.
can do
They can
Amnesty
do a
International.
lot.
They
Amnesty
can do a
International
lot.
can talk about it.
Yeah, and
But the
similarly,
first thing first is like it's your forte, it's your domain. You know it better than me. I mean, like I'm just a kid in this field. But I think everything starts with reporting and making noise about it and whistleblowing
yeah,
about it. And
yeah,
I think the Indian media and the people who are the journalists in India, it's their obligation and it's their
yeah.
moral duty to report it too.
Actually, Indian media is highly controlled.
Yeah, Godi media.
But yeah, it's a Godi media, and similarly, the Christian organizations, they are not working as much as they should to highlight the issue of the Christian community and
Yeah.
other people.
Christianity is very
So
bad. We're
Christianity,
weak in
yeah.
India.
Although they are
I think that
contributing
the
a lot.
only country in the world where Christians are really alive is Pakistan.
With Pakistan. Yes, that's true. And I hope that the sanity would prevail and the wisdom would prevail and the power corridors in India, they would try to motivate their establishment that they should stop it because as a मैं थोड़ा बहुत political
लेकिन डॉक्टर साहब
activist
मैं
रहा
एक
हूँ.
बात आपसे कहूं, ये जो दरवाजा एक दफा खुल जाता है ना, रेडिकलिज्म का दरवाजा खुल जाता है और इस तरह की एक्टिविटी का दरवाजा खुल जाता है, इसको बंद करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता
लेकिन मैं आपको तजर्बे से बताने लगा हूँ. मैंने डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस भी किए हैं, नेगोशिएशंस भी की हैं
है।
और पॉलिटिकल एक्टिविटीज भी की हैं और ज्यादातर ह्यूमन राइट्स एक्टिविटीज. मैं ये आपको बता दूं, स्टेट से बढ़ के कोई भी बड़ा बदमाश नहीं होता.
नहीं होता कि स्टेट चाहे तो हो जाता ना,
या इफ द स्टेट या
टीएलपी की मंजी ठोकी ना स्टेट ने पाकिस्तान
यस.
किथे गई टीएलपी।
और वो क्यों ठोकी? उनकी रिलीजियस एक्टिविटीज तो उसी तरह से कंटिन्यू थी. वो अहमदी कम्युनिटी के कब्रस्तानों में जाके कब्रें निकाल रहे थे, उनकी मसाजिद को तोड़ रहे थे, सब कुछ कर
और
रहे थे.
घर के बकरे
लेकिन
काट रहे सन जाके जी,
कि,
कुर्बानी को
कि,
कर रहे हो तुम।
लेकिन जब उन्होंने पाकिस्तानी स्टैब्लिशमेंट और मिलिट्री के खिलाफ बात करना शुरू की तो उनके लिए जमीन तंग कर दी गई. मैं बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी मिलिट्री के साथ हूं. पाकिस्तानी मिलिट्री का तहफ़्फ़ुज़, उनकी इज्जत तकरीम होनी चाहिए. लेकिन मैं मिलिट्री से ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि अगर वो मुल्की मामलात में इस हद तक आ गए हैं तो थोड़ा सा जरा इसकी तरफ भी तवज्जो दें. और खासतौर पे अगेन कमिंग बैक टू द इंडियन एस्टेब्लिशमेंट दैट you are already economically under pressure. There are so many things going on. I think there is need to have a triggering step or initiating step. If this religious freedom matter, if it becomes highlight or become in the
Oh yeah, and if
limelight,
India
it will
becomes an
be
Indian
very much
Hindu
difficult.
state, that's
Yeah,
going to be the end of
yeah,
it.
it will be very difficult for you, very dangerous for you, and especially the poor people. Either they are Muslim, Christian, Hindu, they just want to live a simple life.
And they are all
They just
Indians,
want to,
they are
yeah,
all
they're
Indian. They
yeah,
are the sons and
yeah.
daughters of the land.
You know, unless the state would not promote the nationalism, like every Indian is Indian, every American is every American, your religious identity is secondary. Your constitution is above
ये
all.
बात मैं और आप इस पे हम लोग, मेरा ख्याल है
हाँ,
सारी मेरी तो जिंदगी आप खत्म हो
yeah.
जाएगी इस बात का नारा मारते हुए, मेरी जिंदगी में तो ये बात खत्म होने वाली नहीं है, मुझे पता है।
Anyway,
चले
so
डॉक्टर
thank
साहब।
you very much for
थैंक यू।
allowing me, for giving me opportunity to speak on this issue. Thank you.
ओके, थैंक यू, हैव अ
Bye bye.
गुड डे
Thank
डॉक्टर
you.
साहब, बाय
Okay,
बाय
you too.
बाय
Thank
बाय।
you. Bye bye.